like you're refusing to understand, but there is a difference between selfishness and self-care.
No, divorce and self-care, those are
Divorce is not selfish, so stop trying to make it seem like it is because it's not. Kids or
not
no kids, divorce is not selfish all the
the
time. Not there are situations where people can be selfish in divorce,
I'm
but
speaking.
it could also be liberating too for male or female.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna be clear on this,
Be
okay?
clear.
I'm speaking about a situation where someone divorces the other person because they're not happy or whatever the terms is. They're just the marriage doesn't work for them anymore, and they have children, they have assets, they have everything that they built together, and they're going to tear that down for the sake of their own.
Sanity.
I'm not going to say sanity
I'm saying sanity.
because I mean Jesus Christ, like if I
So you
marry.
don't think that's important? The state of your well-being is less
Know who you
important.
married.
Some
Vet,
people find
vet
out
better
later. Some
people.
people have up blinders, but not only that, some people are really
Whose
good at
fault is
faking it
that?
until they're married.
No, I disagree with that.
I don't. I don't.
You have to vet who you're marrying. That's an important decision so that you don't want to get divorced. And
Some people
to
are very good at hiding themselves, them true
no
selves.
one's that good of hiding themselves. No one's that good.
I
Okay, there may be some
disagree.
good people, but they're not that good to where you spent 10 years in a marriage and then 10 years down the road you want to get a divorce
I
and you
disagree,
losing your
but in the same
mind.
breath, some people
Come
also
on.
change. You're never the same person that you were 24 months ago. 24
Okay,
hours ago, you're never the same person. People change. Is
Lord.
my main point. So yes, you could have been married for 10 years, but now it's 10 years later and he's
Oh,
not the same man I married. He's more disgruntled. He's angry. Maybe he's hit a rough patch in life and he just lost his job and he's feeling hopeless right now for the sake of time. And now he's angry at the world, including his wife, and he just turned into the shittiest person alive,
okay,
which
Erica.
often
This is not the Eric.
happens to men.
Hold on. It's not the Erica show. It's my show. So I have a question on the screen, and I want everybody to kind of tackle this or whatever. And this is my girl Sabrina. She's like a mother from another other, right? So, her question is: so if my ex husband was mentally and physically abusing me, I'm selfish for wanting to get a divorce. I don't think
Exactly,
so. Been there
Sabrina.
and done that. But here's
No,
the
you are
thing.
absolutely not selfish for wanting
No,
to get
you're
a
not
Here,
divorce.
selfish.
but here's where
But you
I'm.
was trying to combat me.
Hold on, time out. Wait, because you're about to put words in my mouth that I didn't say. I said, let this simmer in your brain. I said that you have to take it by case. Every reason for divorce is not all equal. So if you're getting mentally and physically abused and you feel like a divorce is for your personal safety, then okay. I, I don't personally see an issue with that. But
So is
you
that or is that not
hold on.
liberating?
That's
Because you are
only a
trying to prove
small
that divorce isn't liberating.
hold on. You can't use a small sample and apply that to every divorce. Everybody's not getting divorced because they're being abused. That's what I'm saying. Most of the time is because they could do better. Let's be honest. And then that's the problem.
And is that not liberating also?
No,
Finally realizing that you can do better?
no, because how do you determine you can do better? What
You
if
asked you said you
what
made
if
that a point, not me.
that's okay? Who made it a point is not relevant. I'm saying that the context of somebody feeling they can do better. Why would you marry someone you can to only feel like you could do better and
Because
want to divorce
people
them? It's
change
stupid.
over time. People are not the same, and they
People,
don't always change for the better. Can somebody else
yeah,
please
black
jump?
belt, and it,
So let me say this.
right.
As a social worker who works with children
Mm-hmm.
and has worked with domestic violence victims for
Yeah.
years, let me first say this. Someone choosing to leave a relationship, I'm glad you cleared that up because that is the first and foremost thing I was going to say. For their personal safety, I don't care if there's kids involved, not kids involved. I have literally seen people with strangulation. You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff really becomes life threatening, deadly. And bottom line, I don't care what the situation is, you got to get help. Kids or no kids, you have to get help. You have to put yourself first. And that is not selfish. But you cleared that up. I just had to put that, plug there
I said
for
that
the
several
people.
times.
Yep,
I'm
you said that
speaking
once.
about.
You said
I
that
said
once. But
I said it 3 times.
moving on to the next thing, the bottom line is, even if it is not because of something as aggressive as, hold on,
Tell
sorry,
Kojo
my
to be
dog.
quiet.
I know. Sorry about that. Even if it's not for something as severe, you may feel as if physical and mental and sexual, monetary, you may feel that those forms of abuse are severe enough for someone to leave, and that is severe. But someone should be able to define when they've had enough. If cheating is their breaking point, then that's their breaking point. If they feel like they're being treated unfairly, emotional abuse, they feel like they're being neglected, that should be allowed to be their breaking point. And especially when there are kids involved, when the relationship has become toxic and you are arguing and doing all of these things in front of your children. Yes, all relationships have their ups and downs, but when it's getting to the point to where your kids are being exposed to this, if someone makes a decision to leave that environment for themselves so they can be a better parent to their children, man or woman, or so that they can put their better children in a better environment, that is not selfish. I heard your comment about fathers or mothers being unable to play an active role in their children's lives if they're not living in the same home. But whoever has created that toxic environment should have thought about that before creating that toxic environment. You can't create that toxic environment, and when the person makes a decision to leave, you cry victim because you can't see your kids.
But can I also just add that
No.
when you are in a toxic environment, that not only it also falls, it's a trickle down, it's like a domino effect. It trickles down to the children also. And I've seen it firsthand. I
Mm-hmm.
know people who are married. I have family members who are married unhappily, might I add. And the children see how the parents bicker, and it makes the children basically respect whichever parent is the dominant one, and they disrespect the one who gets the most flack the most. So the children pay attention too. Just like that movie, what is it, Eve's Bayou, when she said tend to the children, the children are watching everything that the parents do. So all of that toxicity and that toxic energy is rubbing off on your children. And that also is going to portray in their future relationships.
Okay. Time out. Time out. We got off track because the conversation is about gender roles.
Okay.
Now,
But you also
hold
talked
on.
about
Hold
how,
on. Time out. Time out. This is not
mhm,
the Erica show. This is the
you're right. It's
birthday
not,
podcast.
but
So let me rock
uh-huh.
because I want to get the conversation back on track. And then we have Monique that came in. So Monique, we were discussing gender roles and how do you feel about them in 2021? Do they exist? And any other commentary? We went down this. We got down the path of divorce. I think Erica drove that car in the ditch.
No, that
Uh,
was you.
oh,
Thank you very
it
much.
might have been. It might have been. But it was an interesting discussion about divorce, and that kind of does play in the gender roles as well. And again, for the record, okay, I want this to be clear. I understand that all reasons of divorce are not created equal. I get that, guys. But I'm also saying that just like there are cases where men and women don't need to be in a marriage because it's toxic, someone's getting abused mentally or physically. I'm also saying that there's a portion of marriages that are dissolved. Divorce is happening because a partner is simply unhappy with the other partner, possibly because of gender roles. Who knows? So, but I'm we just went down the abuse path because to keep it a buck, it's the easiest path to go down for women. Oh, divorce. Let's be
Here we
honest.
go.
Anytime women want to defend women getting divorced, they want to go down this abuse path. Let's be honest. And I wasn't
Because
trying to
there
go
are
down that
multiple
path.
forms of abuse. But
But
you were trying,
that's
but
not the only
basically
reason why
it was your question to that extent was divorce isn't liberating, it's selfish. So that's how we got down that rabbit hole.
I'm
But the
saying
initial
I was
question
speaking about a
was, does
specific scenario in a divorce when someone breaks up their home because they felt like they're just not happy and they can do better. I'm talking about a specific scenario, and you went and brought on all these different reasons for divorce to try to prove
you
how
were not
liberating
that
that
specific?
is.